Welcome back. If you're returning, if I'm meeting you for the first time, my name is Tanis. I'm a multi-crafter based down in Hampshire towards the south coast. Think out towards Portsmouth way, and that's not too far from me. So nice to see you. I finished a couple of things, which is why I'm here, and it should be a nice short one again, because I think I've only got about 4 things to show you. I've had quite a busy weekend already. This is actually my second time of filming this, because I filmed it in the wrong, filmed it portrait instead of landscape, which YouTube doesn't like, so annoyed with myself. Anyway, I'm all hot and bothered now. Whew. Right. Yeah, I've had a bit of a busy weekend. We went to the Festival of Speed yesterday, which was brilliant. Very hot, but tons of shade there, so you're never more than about 2 minutes away from somewhere nice and shady to sit and cool down. So much going on. I won't bore you with it all, but more Formula One cars from more eras than you could possibly imagine were available to be seen. It was pretty incredible. It's my partner's more into motorsport than me, but it's just a really great day out. We had like a little picnic there, and it's just nice walking. Oh, there's a bit called Future Lab, which is all like, you know, new technology and stuff, and they had you know that clip you've seen, you must have seen it, with the robots playing football. They had one of those there, and they had the thing that looks like a dog that sort of does this sort of stompy thing. Oh my god, it's so stompy. It's so heavy footed, you wouldn't believe. You actually feel the floor kind of bounce when it picks its feet up. It's so, they're when I say feet, they're like kind of, they've got wheels on the end of them, so it's really stompy, but I mean, pretty amazing. And you're right up close to them, you could almost touch them. I mean, must not, but you almost could. So yeah, and the central display was amazing. It's like a Gordon Murray one, and it had, oh, I'll pop a picture in of that, I think, because it's pretty amazing. Anyway, lovely day had, but now today all I want to do is stay indoors, lovely and calm, lots of crafting, no going further than my back garden, if you please. Although I can't actually go in my back garden at the moment because it's roasting hot out there, and even though I've got a parasol up and everything, there's no shade, so I need shade. I'm all factored up to the eyeballs. Right then, I've told you I've got things to show you, and then I've not actually shown you anything. I have at last finished my glasses case. You'll remember I showed you before the Mill Pond crochet workshop thing I did at the local yarn store, the Anne Louise and Thistle yarn store, which is excellent. All it needed was a button, but despite being the owner of 100 weight of buttons, did I have a button that I wanted to use? No, I did not. So I waited for my next workshop there and bought one of their buttons. So here it is. Just a lovely geometric white button with a shank, exactly what I wanted. And then here are said glasses, popping them in and closing them up. So now I can take my glasses out with me when I'm wearing my sunglasses without it taking up. And I've got into using quite small handbags at the moment. I used to love a really massive handbag, but now I just fill them up, so I don't want to lug around a massive handbag unless I have to. So I'm using small handbags, and these sort of hard glasses cases take up a lot of room. See, like the width of that compared to that. I admit, granted, they don't give you the same protection, but it's exactly what I wanted, and I absolutely love it. I just crocheted around, just did a single crochet around the bottom edge and the top edge, and then added a single crochet button loop. Bob's your uncle, Fanny's your aunt, glasses happy, as am I. Now I have finished my Christmas scrappy socks. Yes, I have. I'm very pleased with myself. If I was the sort of person that did Christmas in July, this would be perfect. So here they are. Here's the proof. Both of them, toes sewn up and everything, grafted. So this is West Yorkshire Spinners Silent Night, and this is, I think, maybe vintage tinsel, helical striped with just some random grey yarn. that I had. It's a different one on the foot to the leg. A random red mini for the heels. Didn't change for the toe because I'm lazy. Just a round toe. And yeah, that's my knitted finished object for the week. I don't think I have got another pair of socks on the go, but I can't be bothered to work on them at the moment. I'm just not in the mood. Not in the mood. So what else can I show you? I'm just going to show you things just as they're in front, as I put my hand on them. I'm still working on this. I'm doing a dark green one. It is wool. Ignore the, the rainbow that's moving across. Hope you can see that. I've got crystals in my windows and I've just cleaned them, so they've been a little bit... Well, if you'd seen the previous version, I had rainbows going whizzing across my face all the time, which might have been a bit... might have been a little bit ravey-davey. But you will see the odd one go past. So yeah. I'm enjoying it, but I kind of want it done. I made a massive mistake on it. I said to you last time, I made a big mistake on it. I had to rip out. I'd nearly finished the front. I've done the back. And I'd nearly finished the front and then made I dropped a stitch in a devastating way. And had to start again. So yeah, quite keen to get that one done now. I'm still also working on this. Is another one of those sort of Miss Marple style scarves. Just do the odd couple of rows on it every day here and there. Usually I do a row while I'm waiting for my laptop to start up, because I have no patience and cannot sit doing nothing. My next thing that I want to get actually done is something I think's been on the needles for a good 6, maybe 7 years. I'm very good at casting things on, not so good at getting to the point where you can actually wear them. This is the Julie Knits in Paris Jenny Flower Tee. Please excuse, I've dropped water all over my pattern several times on the inside as well. I have nearly finished the body. I'm down nearly on the ribbing, and I want to do, so it's going to be nice when it's done. These eyelet rows will block out to be less wibbly wobbly looking. They're quite crinkly looking now, aren't they? Mind you, I don't mind the crinkly look. So yeah, it's a nice thing, but it's lace weight, so it's a lot of knitting without much growth quickly. I don't have a lot of the yarn left, it looks like, but I haven't weighed it yet, and it is lace weight. Now these look vastly different, but it's just when I wound them, this one for some reason I wound tightly, and this one was super loosey-goosey. I don't know why that happened. I suspect it'd be something to do with patience and irritation. So yeah, depending how much yarn I've got left, ideally I'd like it to be at least elbow length, preferably full length sleeves, but if they end up being just over my elbow or bracelet length, that kind of, if they end up being like down up to here or here, I'd be happy. If they're just above the elbow, I can cope, but I don't really want them to be t-shirt because I don't really like t-shirts on me, t-shirt length sleeves on me, because I'm quite busty and I feel like I need the balance of a longer sleeve, balances out the weight of the chest. I find. You do you. I'm no judgment on anyone else who is busty. I'm doing what makes me happy. And then I need to start making more project bags. I've got lots of fabric. I need to actually just pull my finger out, because I can't just be... I've got an Etsy shop, as if you know me you will know, called Jim Poodle, where I mainly sell vintage style hairnets, snood hairnets. Have you got... You can... No, I don't know if you can see one. Oh, I'll just show you. Like this. So I don't have off these. Now, it is perfect weather for a snood, because they do keep the hair off your neck. But there's something weird going on with Etsy at the moment, where everyone's sales that seems to be going a bit squiffy. So I need to do, and I also need to do things that are not purely woolly yarn based stuff, because I need to hit all the seasons, if you know what I mean. So I want to make more project bags. I like upcycling yarn, not yarn, fabric. I like to buy fabric from people's de-stashes, fabric that would otherwise go to waste. There's a craft charity shop near me. I don't use the one, there's two actually. There's one near my local yarn store which also sells fabric, so I don't use that one because I think it was quite cheeky of them to open up next to an independent like that. But there's one in the next town along that does sell like remaindered fabric or people's donated fabric that they're not using, de-stashes, what have you. So yeah, instead of buying off the bolt, I tend to buy fabric that I kind of come across, upcycle, what have you. So I've got this lovely koi carp fabric that I had a very small amount of that I bought at a de-stash a while ago, and this will be the contrast colour that goes with it. I think they work beautifully together, if I say so myself. So that'll be for the drawstring. This one will be like the drawstring bit and the box bottom. But I'm doing a variety of styles of combinations of this fabric. So but somewhere the whole bag is this fabric, somewhere just the front is all this fabric, and the contrast on the back, and all kinds of things, just so I can use up all of that fabric and none of it goes to waste, which I'm very excited about. But I've cut them out. I cut them all out on one day last week. The heat, I can't think. I cut them out, and that was pretty much a full day. I don't have a lot of space. I don't have like a proper cutting table where I can lay out whole loads of fabric, like meters of fabric. I have to just kind of fit it onto my desk and kind of chop. It's quite a laborious task. So that took me all afternoon one day to cut out all the fabric, and then I can start sewing it next week when it's all rainy and mist and I can't sit in the garden. I can do some sewing. That's me on my sewing string. So, I did another workshop. I did a patchwork workshop at the Anne Louise and Thistle shop at Cow Plain. Odd thing we have here. When I moved down here, I got told off by a bus driver for putting the emphasis on the wrong part of the world. Here, where the shop is, it's called Cow Plain. Now to me, that would be Cow Plain, but no. In this area you put the emphasis on the second half of the place name. So yeah, thank you Mr. Bus Driver for putting me straight. He wouldn't actually sell me a ticket until I said it the way that he preferred. Right then, it's all hand stitch, and the design is by the shop owner. So I'm not really into making patchwork quilts, but I absolutely love this little boat. It's so clever. I love it. I love the fabric she chose for the sea, the briny sea, and the sails of the boat and everything. We all pretty much all of us finished it in the 2 hours of the workshop. Bearing in mind it's all hand stitched, I think that's pretty good going. Anyway, I'm absolutely chuffed to bits with mine. I love it. And what I'm going to do with that is I'm going to put that as a little panel on a project bag that I make for myself. So obviously I can't make that, much as I'd love to, I can't make it to sell because it's not my design. But I don't want it to just sort of sit around in a bag forever, much like my knitting does. It will be a bag that will hold knitting that will sit around forever. But I want to use it, so I'm going to keep that out. I'm actually putting it in with my project bag sewing kit, so that when I finish making the ones to sell, it's right there to force me to add it to one to make for myself. I'm so happy with it. I'm absolutely delighted. I'm booked in for loads more workshops with them. Really enjoy it. So that, I think, is it for the knitting. I am reading the controversial old Salt Path. I am not into pylon culture whatsoever. I think it's very wrong. Yeah, she may have not been completely truthful, and and even if she did, what they said she did was they're saying she basically stole some money from a previous employer. But that money was paid back, and they were all happy with the situation at the time. Yeah, obviously it's not right to steal, but they did come to an agreement to pay the money back, and that the other side accepted it, and that should be the end of it, really. So yeah, she's let's call it a fictionalized account. But I'm really surprised that at my sewing group, when I was doing that little patchwork thing, someone else said, oh, I've just started reading The Salt Path, it's actually really good. And I said, oh, I've just started reading it because of that Observer article. I said, it's been on my shelves for ages. And I just thought, well, now's the time. And then another 2 women are reading it as well. One had it on her shelves and was feeling a bit kind of like, I'm not really sure about it now. And the other one had literally, the day before the article came out, her partner had bought her a copy because he was reading it, really enjoyed it, and bought her a copy. Then the article came out, so she was kind of like, oh, I'm even more interested in it now. There was one woman who had read it and felt pretty betrayed by it. She was felt like saddened by it, because she felt like it was a book that had given hope for people who were suffering with illnesses, long-term illnesses and things. And she felt it where it had been an uplifting book for her, she found it was spoilt for her. I personally, the man doesn't have to share his medical records with any of us, and who knows what the truth is. Weird things happen. We've all heard those stories of people who've been in a coma and they've suddenly woken up after everyone else has said turn off the life support. So you just don't know, do you? But like, yeah, I'm choosing to read it as a fictionalised memoir, and I'm enjoying it so far. I'm only 34 pages in, so who knows whether I'll enjoy it or not. I'll tell you when I get to the end. But yeah, I don't think, whatever the reason, I don't really like internet pylons or cancel culture, because I think people can change opinions, they can learn, they can move on. But if you really pile on to someone, you can really damage them. They are humans, and they don't really deserve. I mean, they've not started a war. They got lucky with a publishing deal. There's no, we don't need to be horrible about it. I'm kind of more intrigued than anything. But that is it, I think. I am going to get down to the back garden, spend the day with my cat, who was on her own for 5 hours yesterday, which is quite a lot for her, because she's quite a needy little bully cat. And she just goes to sleep if we're not here. Just switches off. Doesn't even eat. If you go out for too long, I don't ever really go out for very long, not usually. 5 hours is a lot. It's a lot for me to leave her on her own, because she just gets sad about it. And I love her. And all I really want to do is stay at home with my cat, which is mainly what I do, to be fair. Right then, I'm waffling like a waffling waffle. I'm going to let you go. You have a lovely weekend. I'm not going to patronise you with telling you what to do in the sun, but personally, I'm going to be in the shade. Shady McShady's me. Have a lovely time, and I will hopefully see you with a finished jumper on next time I see you, when it's raining and cool enough to wear it. Ta-ta!